Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting. My name is Carl the Cobra Froch, former unified super middleweight world boxing champion and International Boxing Hall of Famer. This episode is brought to you by Cobra Casino. Right, I just want to start with a decent little fight at the weekend at the Copper Box Arena it was a rematch between Dave Allen and Johnny Fischer. The first fight happened in Saudi Arabia. I was there for that one. Dave Allen actually dropped Johnny Fischer in about round 5, I think it was, in a 10-rounder. The fight went the distance. Fischer was hanging on for the last few rounds. Very close fight. I actually thought Dave Allen did enough to win. A lot of people argued as well that Dave Allen should have won. And Johnny Fischer got the decision, and a lot of people were complaining about it. But fair play to Fischer. He's given the immediate rematch, and that happened at the Copper Box at the weekend, and it didn't end well for Fischer. It was an absolutely fucking brutal knockout. It was good work by Dave Allen. I mean, the combination that finished him after Fischer had been dropped was a left hook to the body. I think it was a right hook to the body, left hook to the body. Then he whipped a left hook over the top and it clipped him right on the chin, shook his head around. And as he was falling forward, Dave Allen put another uppercut in. It sort of caught him under the chin and around the neck just for good measure. And it was a real scene because he was falling face first as the towel came in, as the ref was leaping in. And Dave Allen was just walking off sort of into the sunset as if to say, listen, the first fight was close. I didn't get the decision. I've made sure now. And both guys are really nice kids. I like both of them. Dave Allen, I've known him for a while. I've been around him. I've had some deep conversation. We've had a little training session with him, actually, in the gym in Sheffield. And I do question his dedication, his commitment to the sport now and again. But when he tries and he gets it in his head and he believes in himself, he can do that. He's never kind of done anything at sort of world level. He's jumped in there with a few names. Dillian White, all right, he lost. He lost to Luis Ortiz as well. I mean, no one wanted to fight him. And he got chucked to the Lions, didn't he? Fought Ortiz, got beat in that one. But he's got a nice win against Lucas Brown. I think he knocked him out. It was a big fight that was, really, at that sort of level. So he's well schooled and he's got the experience at that level. And for Johnny Fischer to come through and expect to be able to compete with him when Dave Allen's sort of got his mind on it, I think it's a tough ask, and we saw that on Saturday night. But I think he'll come again. He's only 26 years old, Fischer. He took the defeat gracefully, and he's friends with Dave Allen. Dave Allen's been really, really sort of friendly and magnanimous in victory, as you can be in defeat as well. Johnny Fischer was. So, you know, between the both of them, they're both saying the right things. They both sort of seem genuinely friendly with each other. There's no needle, there's no beef, but it was a bad knockout. I mean, you can't really question who's chucking him in. Dave Allen did say, look, don't take the rematch because it's not going to end well for you. Dave Allen kind of knew, but Johnny Fischer believed in himself and his team thought that he was going to win. Eddie Hearn certainly wanted the rematch. I think Big John Bosch wanted the rematch as well. He believes in his son. Dave Allen did warn him and say, listen, don't take the fight because it's not going to end well. And that's what happened. No, I don't think there's nobody at fault here. I'm not passing blame or doing anything, but I just think the golfing class and the levels of where Dave Allen's been and what he's done compared to Johnny Fischer, who's on the rise, but he is a novice pro. I just think he was outmatched in there, and it was evident. The first fight was close, albeit Fischer got the decision after being dropped. But the rematch, Dave Allen's had a bit of notice. He took it seriously, and when you put somebody on a totally different level, because it was levels, wasn't it? I mean, it was in the fight early on, but when Dave Allen started putting them shots together and started to put it on him and bully him a little bit, you can see the difference between being of a certain level, like domestic level, and then sort of being on the fringe of British European level, which is where Dave Allen is. It can be dangerous in there, especially with the heavyweights. He just teed off on Fischer and dropped him bad. I think Fischer will come back. Like I said, he's young enough to come back. If he still wants it, still believes in himself, then he can come back from that. But that was a bad loss. Eddie Hearn fancied it. He wanted it. He did it old Don King, did he? He came in with a champion. He came in with Fischer. And then after, he left with Dave Allen. Now he's signed Dave Allen for future fights. So I don't think Dave Allen had anything nice to say about Eddie Hearn a few years ago because he kind of turned his back on him after feeding him to the Lions. Dave Allen was like a little bit pissed off with the relationship and the way it was going and the way he was or wasn't being looked after by the promoters. But at the end of the day, Dave Allen needs to commit himself and be dedicated. And, you know, it's always 6 on one, half a dozen on the other, in it, with his promoters-fighters relationship. If Dave Allen takes the game seriously and Eddie Hearn looks after him and gets him the right fights, then there's no reason why Dave Allen can't come back and have a little flourish in his career. So hopefully if they both work well together and Dave Allen shows commitment and dedicates himself, I think he can maybe do something at European level. I think world title level is out of the question, but it'd be nice to see Dave Allen back, make a few quid before the end of his career. Right, something I need to address. There's a guy called Darren Till from Liverpool, an ex-MMA fighter, turned boxer. He's had a couple of misfits fights. He looked terrible. I think he had a win at the weekend. And, he's been calling me out. He's been chatting shit, basically. Now, I've watched, someone sent me a clip of him fighting a guy called Masvidal. Let's have a look at that before we get into it.
Power shot.
Okay, now, whew, that was a knockout, wasn't it? He was asleep for a long time. Is he woke up yet? Is somebody find Darren Till? Is he woke up? Because that was a bad knockout, man, and that was only half a punch as well. Masvidal sort of leaped in, did everything wrong, because he's not a boxer, he's an MMA fighter, and he stretched himself and threw like a left hook, come leading left cross from a southpaw position, and put him to sleep. I mean, he did give him one on the way down just for good measure, just to send him further into that deep sleep and put him on cloud cuckoo land. But Darren Till was badly unconscious there. Can you imagine? See, this is what I'm talking about. You've got someone like Till calling me out. He's getting absolutely fucking ironed out by Masvidal with half a punch that's clipped him on the chin. Can you imagine if a professional boxer, as myself, my sort of level, you know what I've done, you know where I've been. Can you imagine if I hit him with a right hand or a right uppercut straight on the very lane? It would be absolute fucking wipeout, game over. Problem is for Darren Till, I've been retired 11 years. I'm not interested. I don't want to fight anymore. Don't call my name out to give yourself credence. Listen, if the money was there and it was big enough, I'd certainly take a look at it. But for now, Darren, one, you get fucking demolished, and two, there's no real bunts in it. So just pipe down about the Cobra's name. And after watching that and the fight of the weekend, you need to have a fucking reality check, mate. Have a word with yourself. Somebody else who I've got to mention as well, because he's been talking bollocks to Darren Till. He also talked bollocks to Fake Paul. I see him a little clip. Someone sent me a little clip of Ariel fucking what's his name? Ariel Salami? What's his name? Ariel Helwani. Some fucking little skinny pissant gimp who's trying to get into the boxing world. He ain't got a fucking clue about boxing. He's in MMA, and everyone in MMA writes him off. Michael Bisping did warn me about him and say, don't give him his minute of fame, because that's what he wants.
He's a total dickhead. He's definitely up there as well. See, I don't think about him. I was thinking about fighters. All he does is try and manufacture beef with other fighters, so it makes him look good and it keeps him current. All he does is hate on the UFC. That's like his whole MO. Yeah. He's a journalist that covers the sport, and he's not even worth my breath, because he'll see this and he'll be like, and he'll go and make an hour-long video out of it.
Yeah,
do you know
true.
what I mean? And like, oh my God, it's like,
you're
give
him a bit of relevance. But I've just got to tell him, I've got to say, listen, Salami, I've got to say to you, I'm coming to New York soon. Let's see if you show the same energy that you show in Fake Paul and Darren Till when you meet me to my face. Because I guarantee you'll be crying like a little bitch, like I've seen you cry before. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. Keep my name out your mouth, because you're just making yourself look stupid. You're irrelevant in the boxing world, and you're trying to give yourself a name by talking about the Cobra. I'm not going to say any more about you. I do want to say quite a bit more, but I'm not going to. Helwani, you little pissant, go on, fuck off. So that brings me nicely to Jake the Fake Paul. Ariel Salami was chatting to him the other day, trying to get it going and trying to say, listen, Carl Froch this, Carl Froch that, calling out your name again. And Fake Paul is in denial. He doesn't want to acknowledge that he knows who I am.
Look, Carl, I like the hype. I like the shit talk. I think it's great. But I want you to beat Anderson Silva. If you could beat Anderson Silva and prove that you still got it, I guarantee you I will fight you. But I don't think you're going to do that.
Even though we all know he completely knows who the Cobra is, he doesn't want to acknowledge it in case it comes to that he might have to fight me, or somebody might say, listen, Fake Paul, it's time to fight Froch. He doesn't want to entertain the conversation because he knows what will happen. He knows it will be game over for his little fake career, his little fucking bogus career. He's now talking about fighting Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. won a world title back in 2000 and whenever, 10 years ago. His last fight was about 5 years ago in a professional boxing ring. He's had a couple of little MMA fights, I think, and has he had a misfits? He's done something anyway, but my point is, Chavez Jr. is finished in the boxing game. Well finished, well past his best. Listen, we don't fully know what goes off, but it don't look like these fighters that are getting in the ring are trying to beat Jake Paul, does it? They don't look like they turn up with any ambition of winning. But, I mean, you've got Ariel Helwani talking. Anyway, fuck him. You've got him talking to fake Paul about fights. He doesn't challenge him. Paul's on about fighting Gervonta Davis at a catchweight, who's usually a lightweight. So he's on about, he's so small, but he's also talking about fighting Canelo Alvarez, and he's also chucking a heavyweight, Anthony Joshua, in the mix. And Ariel doesn't even challenge him and say, well, hang on a minute, he's a bit small and he's like half your size and AJ a little bit too big for you. Helwani just completely agrees with fake Paul and just pays him lip service because he can't wait to polish his dome again. He's just sitting there thinking, oh, when I'm going to get my mouth around that dome and give it a nice little shiner. That's all he's doing. He's just paying him lip service and telling him what he wants to hear, and it's just all so laughable. Listen, fake Paul, Helwani, Ariel, whatever your fucking name is, and Darren Till. I just want to wrap this up and leave this once and for all. The three of you put together will never, ever achieve half of what the Cobra has achieved in my professional boxing career. And that is the mic drop. Go on, piss off, all three of you. Oh, nice to get a bit off my chest. Anyway, this has been another episode of Froch on Fight. I hope you enjoy it. You might have noticed I've got a bit of merchandise landed. It says it all, this does. It's in collab with Funk Company. They do nice hoodies and shorts and T-shirts. Get a look at their website. But it's not done yet. This is a prototype. There's a certain someone there maybe getting chinned. We've mentioned 80 fans at Wembley. We've mentioned the pull and the push. We've mentioned the Cobra. I mean, I don't know if it's been a bit greedy, this T-shirt. It says it all in one. But let me know what you think. See if you like the look of it. It's a bit of a retro look. But this has been another episode of Froch on Fighting. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you very soon.